today we will get started on our backs. Before you lay down, if you do have a block or two available, just putting one on either side of your mat. I don't know. I was just saying, I don't know if we're going to use them, but I just think it's nice to have them around. As you find yourself on your back, you can put your feet on the ground first and just sort of like as if you could sort of scoot yourself a little bit deeper into the earth. Just go ahead and spend a moment or two just sort of pressing some different parts of your body into the earth to sort of settle yourself down. And then you can extend the legs one at a time out in front of you. Go ahead and reach the arms overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch. We're gonna start from the end here. Yeah. And once you've had a nice big stretch, just go ahead and sweep the arms out towards the sides and then bend the elbows, placing the palms on the rib cage. You can go ahead and rock the legs back and forth a little bit, just releasing any tension. Just beginning to settle in here. Now we'll start in our Shavasana today, which we don't do too often in these classes. And it's something that Ida enjoys doing. So we'll weave together a little bit of Ida, a little bit of Bryn today. And as you find yourself in this space, just starting to notice where the body meets the earth. Maybe noticing the spaces where the body is just a centimeter or two away from the earth. And as you begin to arrive in this space, you can imagine for a second if you could just step outside of your body and see yourself for a moment. Yeah, we don't do this too often. Sometimes we look inward, but just taking a moment to step outside and look back at yourself. My teachers recently reminded me that true acceptance is seeing what is right now, accepting what is right now. And while things might not always be exactly how we want them to be, without accepting what is right now, what is real in this moment, it's much more challenging to move towards those spaces that we desire to inhabit. And we see ourselves right now, rather than seeing all the things that need to shift or change or that we want to do or stop doing, we just see ourselves with a moment of breath, a moment of compassion for the self. Yeah, we've made it to today, to Tuesday. Whatever day that means for you, or whatever this day means for you, it means something different for all of us because we've spent our entire lives coming to this moment. And right now we can see this moment as exactly what it is. Right now. Releasing any need to change and just being here. Noticing when the mind starts to add instructions for how to move next or what to do next or what to let go of, what to hold on to, and just being. The only thing that we have to do right now is breathe. And our body does a pretty good job of doing that for us. Perhaps beginning to draw any teachers or mentors or teachings, past, present, or future, into your mind and your heart to offer the Guru Mantra to honor this moment. Om Agyana Timarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Beginning to deepen your breath, taking a nice inhale through the nose, letting it out through the mouth. Inhaling, feeling the body expand underneath the palms into the earth. Exhaling through the mouth, sighing it out. One more big breath like that. Letting it go. Feeling the lips, inhaling to fill the low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhaling, chest, mid belly, low belly. Deep breath in, filling the body, feeling the bones rise, and exhaling to feel the bones fall. You can begin to invite some movement into the fingers and the toes, ankles and the wrists. If you nodding the head or turning the head side to side, and just beginning to wake up the body, beginning to bend the knees and the elbows, and slowly placing the feet a little bit closer to the body onto the earth, about hip width apart. Pressing into the left foot, just drawing the right knee in towards the chest. So you find the clasp over the shin or the hamstring, just beginning to find a little bit of movement here. You can leave the left foot planted on the earth just to give you a little bit more stability. Rocking this right knee side to side, having a little bit of lubrication in this right hip joint, just noticing how this is experienced in the body. Yeah, the inner hip joint tends to have a little bit of crunchiness, so just listening and breathing. Taking about 3 or 4 more breaths here. Letting out any sound. And from here, just reaching the right palm for the outside of the right foot. We'll move into a half happy baby's pose. So this might feel a little crunchy still as we're quite early in the practice. Seeing if you can begin to pull that right knee towards the right armpit. You might hold on to the outer calf muscle or the knees. So as you pull this right knee towards the right armpit, seeing if you can utilize that left palm to just gently guide that left hip back down into the earth. And finding a little bit of movement here. It's still early. Taking some nice big breaths. Letting it go. If you can release in the low spine and in the back of the neck as you find this shape. 2 more breaths. One more big breath. Letting it go. Go ahead and extend the left heel down towards the earth and reach over the left palm for the right knee. Extend the right arm out towards the side and just gently pulling the right knee across the body, nice and slow. So before you go into a full twist, just noticing that nice extension of the outer right hip, peeling the spine off slowly, and eventually finding your supine twist. If the right shoulder lifts off the earth, that is okay. Yeah, just finding this nice opening, reaching a little farther away with the right fingertips to expand. And as you find an exhale, just allowing the bones to soften. 3 more big breaths here, inhaling. Exhaling. Big breath in. Exhale, letting it go. 1 more breath. Exhaling to soften. From here, go ahead and extend the left arm out towards the side as well. So the arms are in a T. And from here, continue rolling towards the left. We're gonna lay across our left arm to open up the back of the left shoulder. Yeah, so as you find this shape, the right knee will be extended out towards the side, almost a lazy tree laying face down with your arm in front of you. Yeah, very official asana shape here. If you find this shape, seeing if you can allow the chest to really melt over that left arm, allowing the back of the heart to soften through the shoulder blades. Nice opening for that left and right hip, softening the forehead into the earth. Taking 3 more breaths here, inhaling, exhaling. And if you want a little bit more on that left shoulder, just reaching the right shoulder for the earth. 2 more breaths, inhale, exhaling. 1 more big breath. And exhaling, we'll come back from the way that we came. So starting to reach the right shoulder back towards the mat. And kind of unfurl yourself so you'll pass through your supine twist. Oh, pulling yourself back towards the mat, pulling the right knee back into the chest. And then get a nice squeeze here. Taking a big inhale. Exhaling. Threading the fingertips underneath the hamstring this time, flexing the right foot. Right heel lifts up towards the sky, pressing into the hamstring with the palms pull into the hamstring. Get a nice stretch in the back of that right leg. Taking 3 breaths once again. Inhaling, really flexing that right foot. Exhaling, pressing the back of the pelvis into the earth. Yeah, deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, release the palms, keep that leg lifted, and then we'll find an early shake here. So letting the arms out to the side, just begin to find a nice wiggle with this right leg, really releasing any tension in that leg. You might notice the body sort of rocking around in the skin. I'll just take 2 big breaths. Inhale, shake it out. Big breath in. And let it out, letting that dissolve. Heel can drop to the glute, and then very gently placing this right foot back onto the earth. Just noticing, feels quite different. And you can use that right foot to press into the earth to bring the left foot into the earth. Shift your hips around if you need them. And then just drawing this left knee into the chest. Find the other side here. So rocking this right knee side to side. Just exploring that inner hip crease. Feel a little crunchy, might feel a little different from the right. Just allowing the breath to be nice and full. Big, big breath. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Very vocal today. You can join me if you like. Inhale. From here, left palm reaches for the outside of the left foot, maybe the outside of the left calf. Just gently pulling that left knee towards left armpit, finding our half happy baby. Notice as you pull into that left leg, the right hip is going to want to lift up. So just gently coaxing the right hip back down to the earth with the right palm. And finding this nice release in the right or left hip joint. Taking 3 breaths, inhaling. Exhaling, releasing in the low spine, in the back of the throat. 2 big breaths. 1 more big breath. And exhaling, extending the right heel towards the top of the mat. Crossing the right palm over the left knee. And just gently beginning to cross the knee over the body. Yeah, so notice as you begin to pull the knee across, nice and slow. It's like you're peeling the spine off of the mat. You get that nice expansion in the outer hip. And then you move into the low spine, into the mid spine. Eventually you find your supine twist. Go ahead and expand by reaching the left fingertips out and away from the body. And then finding an exhale to soften the bones. 3 big breaths. Noticing this beautiful subtle movement of the body with each breath. One more breath. Letting it go. Extending the right arm out towards the side. This time, arms are in a T shape. And then just beginning to reach with that left knee towards the right side. Continuing to roll over to the right, laying the chest over the right arm. Eventually finding our lazy, prone tree situation. And noticing this arm might feel a little different depending on if you're right or left-handed. You maybe notice very little sensation or much more sensation. Just listening to this. Taking 3 big breaths. Seeing if you can really release the body over this right arm, allowing the back of the heart to soften through the shoulder blades. 2 more breaths. Beautiful opportunity to soften into the earth. 1 more big breath. Letting it go. Just reversing. You can imagine coming exactly, walking that path back where you came from. Yeah, so unwinding, letting the twist. Oh, it's like the left fingertips are pulling you out of the twist. Eventually the left knee will come back into the chest and give yourself a nice big squeeze. And threading the fingertips beneath the thigh. You begin to flex that left foot and then pressing that left heel up towards the earth. Whew. Nice extension in the sciatic nerve here. Take 3 breaths, really pressing through the base of the heel, pulling the toes towards the shin bone. 2 more breaths. Planting the back of the pelvis into the earth. 1 more big breath. Letting it go. Releasing the palms, keeping that leg lifted. Arms can flop out to the side and just begin to give this left leg a shake. Yeah, it's almost like you gotta get something off of your foot. You might even find some funny little circles with your fish foot. In dance, we always call this fish feet. We're taking 2 more big breaths. Big, big inhale. Letting it go. Big breath in. And letting it go. Letting that dissolve. Heel falls to the glute. And then just gently placing this left foot onto the mat. Pressing into that left foot to bring the right foot closer as well. Yeah, feel a little different here. Then bring the palms beneath the thighs. And just begin to find a nice rocking through the spine. We got to get off the ground at some point, or I'll stay here forever. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. I got some approval from the audience here. And finding some rocking here is quite a nice way to find a little bit of mobility in the spine. Really drawing the chin towards the chest. Oh, we're just going to do this for a little bit. Yeah, pausing anywhere that feels a little bit sticky. Good way to warm up the core as well. Finding about 2 or 3 more rocks. Letting the breath really move through the body. We're waking ourselves up after that nice, yummy stretch time. Next time, crossing the ankles and placing the palms just coming right over the knees, right into a tabletop for a moment. We're just going to get going. Yeah, tucking the toes behind you. It's really pressing all 10 toes. Nice flex here. And then walking the palms towards the knees. Maybe keeping the palms here, or if you want to go for it right now, we're just like, ooh, that really woke me up personally. So maybe we're just ready to go. Yeah, finding your palms on the upper thighs if that feels good. We'll just take about 3 breaths here. Seeing if you can imagine this nice long line between the tailbone and the back of the skull here. Take 2 big breaths. See something in front of you. 1 more big, big breath, really filling the base of the pelvis all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, drawing the palms back to the earth and just lifting up the feet and giving them a little tap, tap. You'll be finding some rolling around of the ankles, sort of nice to wag the feet back and forth, starting to wake up that low spine. And then just coming right back to the tucked toes, maybe a little tender, just listening to that, shifting the hips all the way back as you press into the palms, lifting the hips high, finding our down dog. Yeah, first down dog of this practice, so letting it be nice and fluid and mobile. It might be a little crunchy, maybe some popping or some, ooh, that feels interesting. Yeah, that's all good. It's just our bodies giving us some information so that we can move forward. Taking 3 or 4 breaths here, maybe even involving the pelvis so you can begin to wake up that low spine. Now, as you're ready, settling in to stillness with your down dog, just notice as you press into the palms that the hips shift backwards. Yeah, it's a beautiful sort of chain of events that happens. Pressing into the palms, base of the pelvis lifts higher. You can roll the inner thighs towards the back of the room and then draw the lower ribs towards one another to protect the low spine. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhaling. One more big breath. And exhaling. This time as you inhale, lifting the heels nice and high, pressing into the toes. Exhaling, heels press down towards the earth. We'll find this a few times. Inhale, heels lift, press, press, press into the balls of the feet, into the toes. Exhale, heels press down into the earth. 3 more times. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels press down. Inhale, lifting the heels almost as if they could pop right through the ankle. Exhale, heels into the earth. 1 more time here. Inhaling to lift the heels and exhaling to press them down. Go ahead and lift the gaze towards the fingertips here and just beginning to walk the feet forward. Yeah, taking about 10 steps, let's say. Maybe you want a different number, that's okay too. Yeah, just seeing if you can really allow yourself to sort of adventure forward. Adventure yoga. Yeah, as you find yourself in your forward fold, hips are just about hip width apart, and just bending one knee and then the other. You can go ahead and begin to release the crown of the head here, shaking the head no, nodding yes, swinging the rib cage side to side. Maybe you hold on to opposite elbows, just finding a little bit of movement, letting the breath be nice and full. Inhale. Exhaling. Yeah, we love forward fold. Such a beautiful place to be. Yeah, really softening the belly to allow the low spine to decompress. Oh. And from here, just releasing the arms down. Go ahead and lift up the toes, spread them nice and wide, and then plant them into the earth. As you press into the feet, the hips gently soften as you begin to roll up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. You're allowing the front of the ankles to open, backs of the knees to open, front of the hips open, shoulders lift, and the shoulder blades fall down the back of the body. See something in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. Thinking about mountain pose. So beautiful. Yeah, the mountain is so deeply connected to the earth that it's inseparable. So patient, ever changing, has infinite ecosystems evolving right on top of it and inside of it. So wild. Yeah, mountain. Take a big deep breath in. I love it, you guys, you know. Exhaling, pressing the feet into the earth. Nice deep breath in. Letting it go. This time as you inhale, arms sweep high, gaze lifts towards the fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, greasing at the hips. Palms find the earth. Inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the palms, right leg will step back, knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing into the earth. Inhale, both arms sweep high, eyes lift. Exhale, palms to the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale to roll forward to your plank, finding yourself in this beautiful shape we love so much. Pressing into the palms to allow the back of the heart to open. Heels are right over the balls of the feet, slight tuck in the chin. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, nice bright kneecaps. One more big breath. And as you exhale, knees come down, chest and chin come down to the mat, holding here, then gently press into the palms and the balls of the feet. See if you can lift the body off the earth for just a moment. And then exhale to lower all the way down, soften into the earth. Inhale for half cobra, nice lift of the heart. And then exhale to soften down, tucking the toes, hips shift back, down dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhaling. Inhale, right leg will sweep high. And exhale, stepping between the palms, left knee and toes come down, pressing into the earth to inhale, arms up. And exhale, palms come right back down, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms to the heart. See something in front of you, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding forward. Nice crease in the hips. Palms find the earth. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, left leg back, knee and toes come down. Inhaling, arms sweep high, lifting the heart and the eyes. Exhale, palms to the earth, stepping back. Down dog. Inhale to roll forward to plank again. Pausing here, finding this shape immediately. Yeah, we're so in love with plank that we just know it so well. Yeah. So do it with integrity. Taking 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, nice bright knees, opening the front of the hips. One more big breath. And exhaling, knees, chest and chin come down to the mat. Pausing here again, and then pressing into the toes and the palms to lift the body. Hover for a moment. And then exhaling to soften all the way down. Inhale, heart lift, cobra. And exhale to tuck the toes, sending the hips back down, dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhaling. Inhale, left leg sweep side. And exhale to step between the palms, right knee and toes come down. Inhale, arms sweep high, pressing into the earth to lift. And exhaling, palms to the earth, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, palms to the heart. Taking a moment. Noticing how the body feels here. We're gonna just keep moving. You guys are warm, right? Yeah, good. Some thumbs up there in the Zoom. Okay, take a deep breath in here. Exhaling. As you inhale, sweep the arms high. Pressing into the toes, begin to lift the heels off of the earth. See if you can draw the ankles toward one another. So balance just for a moment here on the balls of the feet. Draw the tailbone down towards the earth and the belly up into the heart space. Shoulder blades are soft. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling fully. One more big breath. And as you exhale, pressing the heels down into the earth, shift the weight all the way back into the heels, bending at the knees, hips shift back, finding our chair pose. Yeah, finding that nice engagement in the belly so that you can really reach the belly into the heart. Nice long spine, arms are scooping together to offer something above you. Yeah, take a deep breath in. Exhale, shifting the hips a little lower. Deep inhale. Exhaling, one more big breath. We got this. Inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the palms, stepping or hopping to the back of the mat. Moving your way through a vinyasa if you'd like. Yeah, we didn't go through chaturanga yet, but you're welcome to find that if that serves you. And meet in a down dog. Taking about 5 to 10, not 10, that's too many. We'll keep breathing throughout class, yeah. We'll take many a new breath. Beautiful. Taking your moment to experience your body. Yeah, things have shifted quite a bit since the beginning of class. It's exciting. Taking an inhale here together. Letting it out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips this time. Exhale through the nose. Go ahead and inhale this right leg high, keeping the hips square. And as you exhale, drawing the knee toward the nose, pausing here. Inhale, heel lifts high, square pelvis. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Again, pausing here, seeing if you can really lift that knee towards the armpit. Inhale, heel lifts high. Exhale, knee crosses the body, finding that left elbow maybe a little higher. Inhale, heel lift. And exhale, knee to nose, pausing. Once again, press into the palms to make space, and then gently stepping the foot between the palms. Left knee will stay lifted. Then press into the left toes to really lift that left heel. Tenting the fingertips, begin reaching the heart forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips are nice and soft. Press into the feet as you inhale, arms high, high lunge. And exhale, soften the shoulders, soften the hips. Take a deep inhale, really pulling this left hip forward. Exhaling to soften the chest and the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. One more big breath. As you exhale, palms meet behind the spine. Lacing the fingertips, inhale, heart opens. And exhale, pause here. Yes, as we pause in this nice open-hearted high lunge, can really allow that left hip to roll forward. Open the heart a little bit more, inhale. And then as you exhale, begin folding forward, creasing in that right hip, keeping that right hip towards the midline. Yeah, if you want to lift the palms even farther away to open up the front of the shoulders, we'll just find 2 more breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling. One more big breath. And exhale, palms come back down towards the spine. Inhale, both arms sweep high. And as you exhale, opening up, finding our warrior 2. Yeah, taking that moment if you need to extend that right leg, and then just go right back down. Making sure this left hip is shifted so that you square the pelvis towards the long edge of your mat. Fingertips reach away and shoulder blades soften. 2 big breaths. Exhaling. Big, big breath. And exhaling fully. This time, as you inhale, extending the right leg, turning the toes in, both fingertips reach high. Exhale, left heel turns in, turning to the back of the mat, warrior 2. We're gonna do this a few times. Yeah, checking in with our left warrior 2. Now again, the hips are square. Yeah, oftentimes we like to knock one hip back. So maybe we do this actually with the palms on the hips. Imagine that the hips did not move. Take an inhale, turning the left toes in, both legs extend. Exhale, right toes turn forward. Yeah, you can bring the palms out if you like. We'll take an inhale, coming towards center, both toes turn in. Exhale, left heel turns in, back of the mat, warrior 2. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, left toes in. Exhale, warrior 2, top of the mat. One more time, inhale, all toes turn in, reaching high. Exhale, back of the mat, warrior 2, pausing here. See it even without your palms, if you can imagine that right hip shifting down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. One more big breath. Exhaling fully this time. As you inhale, reversing your warrior. And as you exhale, press into that left foot, extended, reverse triangle here. Yeah, seeing if you can root through the base of the pelvis to protect the low spine. Belly draws towards the heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, reaching away. One more big breath. And this time, as you exhale, left toes turn in, body falls all the way forward, finding our Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Placing the palms right underneath the face, inhale for a halfway lift, nice long flat back. And as you find this shape, begin pressing the feet away from one another, imagining that the body was spreading out, the backs of the hamstrings are spreading away from one another. And then as you find one more big breath, lifting the heart even more, and then exhaling to allow the spine to fold forward, softening into the earth. You can walk the fingertips away from you if you'd like a little bit more stretch in the front of the shoulders. I guess that might be considered the armpits. You can bring a slight bend in the knees if that feels good. Really opening up through the sides of the body along with the back of the legs. And just take about 3 breaths here. letting out any hums or sighs. Maybe you're singing today. Taking one more big breath here. And exhaling, bringing the palms back under the face. We'll just do a little bit of swimming for the shoulders. Place the right palm underneath the face. Inhale the left arm to sweep high, reaching far, far away as you exhale, reaching away from the body towards the earth, sort of like you're pulling something over you. Placing the left palm down, inhale, right arm sweeps high. As you exhale, reach, reach, reach far away. Yeah, this nice swimming. I like to sort of extend and bend my knees, but really it's up to you. Yeah, it's less important what exactly the shape is. It's really about getting some nice good feels in here. Just taking 2 or 3 more on either side, making sure you're really breathing. This is good for the mid back as well, low back, spine. I think this is one of those poses that's good for every part of your body. It's not a pose, it's a movement. Yeah. And as you're ready, just letting that dissolve, you can begin to walk your palms towards the left foot, this time at the back of the mat. Framing this left foot with the palms, tent the fingertips, inhale to lift the heart, nice long spine. And then as you exhale, plant the palms, stepping back, finding your down dog. We'll make our way through a flow if that serves you here. Yeah, rolling through to your plank, lowering yourself down, just listening if that's what your body needs right now. You know, we're kind of in this gooey land with a little bit of fire, so it might feel good. We're just taking about 5 breaths here, reconnecting to your breath, listening, also checking out. Yeah, it's also always kind of interesting to be at the back of the mat. Sometimes we have the desire to turn around, but perhaps we can go a different way. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips. Out through the nose. Inhale, left heel lips high. Exhale, knee to the nose, pressing all of the air out of the body. Inhale, heel lift. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Maybe it pulls into the armpit. So strong. Inhale, heel lift. Exhale, knee to right elbow, crossing the body. Inhale, heel lift. And exhale, knee to nose, pausing here, really pressing into the palms. See how much space you can make. So then gently step the foot between the palms. Back knee stays lifted, tent the fingertips, and go ahead and press into the ball of the right foot to really lift that right heel. Shifting that left knee forward, beginning to brighten up the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. And then inhale to lift the palms high, finding your way to your high lunge. Soften the shoulders and letting the hips soften down towards the earth. Yeah, pulling that right hip forward. Fingertips are nice and active. You can see something in front of you here now, even if it was at one point behind you. You can see it here. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling. One more big breath. And exhaling to sweep the palms behind the body, maybe opposite grip with the fingers. Inhale to reach the palms down as you open the heart and pausing here. See if you can really roll that right hip forward to open up the front of the right body half, yeah? All the way down to the kneecap. Take a deep breath in. And then exhaling to fold the body forward, finding our humble high lunge. Is what I've called this. Here we are. We're so humble about our high lunge and how much we love it in that glute. Yeah, we're so strong. It's so nice. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, just one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, palms to the back of the pelvis. Inhale, arms sweep high. And then exhale, opening up long edge of the mat. Noticing that hip. Doop. It's like a little button. I remember when I was in YTT, somebody was like, oh, it's like there's a button on that side of your hip and you just knock it down. Yeah. Do you find this shape? Maybe we give that left thigh a moment. Yeah, we're all just here. We're just learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Take an inhale, fingertips reach away. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders down. One more big breath here. Exhaling, and we'll find our flow. So if you inhale, left toes turn in, reaching high, both legs extend. And as you exhale, right heel turns in, finding that warrior two. Pausing here this time. It's very easy. The hip just like does not want to go there. So just making sure that left hip on this side goes down. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. And we'll find that 2 more times. Inhale, arms sweep high, toes turn in. Exhale, back of the mat, warrior two, square hips. Inhale, toes turn in, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, turning forward. One more time, why not? Inhale, arms reach high, pressing down. Exhale, back of the mat. Inhale, reaching high. And exhale, front of the mat this time. Taking a moment, checking in if that left hip is doing something weird. Not weird, just different. Okay, thank you, body, for supporting me. Deep breath in. Exhaling, soft shoulders. One more big breath. Exhaling as you inhale, right fingertips reach out and up. Exhale, press into that right foot extended. I don't know why I want to call this extended. It's reverse triangle. Rooting down through the back of the pelvis, pulling the belly up into the heart to open up the front of the body. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, reaching away. One more big breath. And exhaling, turning the right toes in this time. And then just letting the body melt over, finding your way back to your Prasarita Padottanasana. And inhale for a nice halfway lift, really planting the palms. And once again, it's like you could reach the feet away from one another to really spread out the backs of the hamstrings, really opening up through the base of the pelvis, through the spine. And then finding that nice slight bend in the knees, walking the fingertips forward, and then allowing the spine to fall. Yeah, opening up in the shoulders, in the low spine. So yummy. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling. 2 more breaths. Exhaling. 1 more breath. Exhaling, drawing the palms back underneath the face. Press into the palms and we'll find our swimming one more time. If you don't like swimming, you can do something different. Place the right palm underneath the face. Inhale, left arm reaches high. As you exhale, scooping out as far away from the body as you can, replacing that right hand with the left. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, scooping out and away. And just finding this for yourself. I don't know what it is about this that I just feel the need to do a lot of, but this feels quite nice. And if you make another choice, it's also perfect. Finding about 3 or 4 more breaths in whatever practice you are inside of. And as you're ready, just beginning to let that go. Beginning to walk the palms towards the right foot this time at the top of the mat. Palms frame that right foot, spin into the left toe. Tent the fingertips and inhale to reach the heart high, opening up the front of that left hip. And then exhale to plant the palms, stepping back, finding your downward dog. Inhaling to move through your flow if you would like. Or perhaps just hanging out in down dog. And we'll meet in a child's pose. You can keep the knees close to one another if that feels good to support the low back, or perhaps letting the knees come a little wider for the torso to fall between the knees. Noticing in the palms, if you want to have a passive child's pose, that's perfect. If you press into the palms, the hips reach back. If you pull into the palms, you open up the low spine. Just noticing, yeah. Our bodies have so many beautiful subtleties in all that they do. Just taking a few more breaths. Just allowing the body to begin to wind down. Yeah, we've done a lot of work Good work. Yeah. And thank you, body, once again, for all that you do to allow me to be. As you're ready, just walking the palms underneath the shoulders and gently rolling up through the spine. We'll find a camel pose here. And you can press into the shins to lift the hips off of the heels. Yeah, you want to look down and make sure that the knees are right underneath the hip joints here. And then from here, you can bring the palms towards the spine or the sacrum. Yeah, and the fingertips are right on top of the glutes here. And just even to start here, beginning to pull the elbows together and then pulling them down. Yeah, and then noticing, this happened to me, that my belly just was like going out for a party. It was rooting down with the base of the spine so the belly can reach into the heart. Yeah. So it's again pressing into the palms to pull the elbows together and then pull them down, belly pulls towards the heart. And then the gaze might begin to lift as you press into the palms a little bit more. Hips are shifting forward as the heart is lifting out and back. Yeah, this may be perfect for you. You might be a person that likes to drop their head back. Just notice if you can still breathe. Please keep breathing. You can draw one palm and the other down to the heels, letting out any yummy sounds, pressing the pelvis forward. Just 3 more big breaths. Opening up the heart. 2 more breaths. Exhaling. 1 more breath. And exhale, stay with me to get out of this, drawing the palms back towards the low spine, and pressing into the palms to lift the heart up, and then just shifting the hips towards the heels, releasing the palms. Let's put them face up on the thighs for a moment. And just notice how you feel in this moment, maybe allowing the eyes to soften to close if that feels okay, and allow the crown of the head to just float a little higher away from the pelvis. And just taking a moment to honor the breath and the heart here. You know, the lungs expand towards the front of the body, the back of the body, and the sides. Beautiful 3-dimensional expansion right around the space of the heart. Feels quite nice. And from here, just gently fluttering the eyes open if they're closed, using the palms on the earth just to shift the hips to one side. You can draw the legs out in front of you, and we'll find our seated Padahastasana, which many of you have done with me. I love this shape. It's so good for the low back. So bringing the knees to bend and flexing the feet up towards the shin. And what we're doing is we're aiming for the full palm on each foot and the armpit to sort of cup over the knee. Yeah, so you might have to sort of do this funny monkey shape. Not a very traditional yogi, I don't know. We're just here. If you want to sort of walk the hips back a little bit, that might feel nice. And then from here, you're going to draw the chin towards the neck and then towards the chest. I'm not going to do that because I can't talk, but go for it as you're ready. And then from here, you'll begin to press into the balls of the feet to pull the spine over the legs. So we're getting a nice compression in the armpits and in the inner wrist. And we're letting the back of the spine, the low spine, really open up. Taking 3 breaths here. Exhaling to press into the balls of the feet. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhaling, 1 more big breath. And exhaling to let it go. Soften the palms against the feet. And then just thread the elbows or the forearms underneath the knees. And then walking the hips back a little bit. We'll find this sort of variation of our forward fold. Yeah, you can keep the hips super flexed if that feels good, or you can just let the legs be nice and soft. The upper arms will act as a container for your knees to roll out to the sides. Yeah, if you want a different version of forward fold, please go for it. I was taking about 5 breaths in this shape, wherever you're at. If you can soften in the back of the neck, allowing any resistance to begin to soften. Just a couple more breaths here. Feeling your own breath on your own body. Just releasing any bind that you might have had and rolling up through the spine. We'll find a brief hip opener before we go all the way back down and bring the feet onto the earth, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. And go ahead and find what works for you. Yeah, I like to turn my fingers out towards the sides and then use that to press my heart forward. It depends on how much you want to go into it. Yeah, then beginning to rock the hips side to side. Really, you're just rocking this left knee side to side to find a little bit of opening in that right hip. Finding some nice breath. You made it through most of class without that drill. That's good. Taking just a few more breaths in this nice rocking. And next time that left knee rocks out toward the side, just letting it go all the way over. So the left ankle will be on top of the, right ankle over left knee, right knee over left ankle. We'll find a double pigeon here. I'm just moving any flesh out from underneath you if that is important to you. And just noticing if you press into the palms next to your body, that right knee will actually soften down a little bit more. Yeah, if there's a bit of space there, that's totally perfect. Just listening to what that sort of means for you today. The hips can be quite tender, especially these days when there's so much going on. Yeah, just finding a nice tall spine to begin. And then perhaps beginning to walk with palms forward if you'd like to find a little bit of a deeper stretch. We'll just spend about 5 breaths in this double pigeon. And as we open up the hips, just seeing if we can really allow the body to be soft. You know, oftentimes we press away from the earth when things feel tender. And perhaps today we can just notice where we're pressing away. Allowing the breath to really feed the body. Softening. And really just building trust with ourselves. Yeah. Just taking 2 more big breaths. One more big breath. Exhaling to let it go. Walking the palms back up towards the body. Nice long spine. And then just unraveling yourself here, one leg at a time. And we'll do more shaking. Yeah, I think I've said this before probably, but shaking the flesh is actually a really powerful way to restore the nervous system. Really allows things to sort of fluff off and then settle back in. Yeah, letting go of that and just feeling how that feels. We got quiet here for a moment, which is nice. Bending the right foot down, the right paw. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee and finding your space here. Yeah, you might notice if the left hip is a little bit tighter than the right. It's all good. We're just finding where we're at today. Yeah, just shifting this left knee or right knee side to side so we can begin to open up and soften that left hip. Giving ourselves a nice big breath. Yeah, breath is a beautiful way to invite in movement. Really, it can be quite challenging to move fluidly if we're not breathing. Yeah. Oh my goodness, construction city. It's okay. We're working on ourselves. They're working on the building. It's okay. Taking a nice deep inhale. And letting it go. Next time the right knee falls out to the right side, coming over into that double pigeon. So left ankle over right knee, left knee over right ankle, just removing any flesh out of the way if that feels good. And just noticing, pressing into the fingertips. It's like this beautiful chain of events that happens in the body. Yeah, it's like you put the fingertips down, the heart begins to lift, that left knee softens down. Beautiful bodies. Taking an inhale here. And exhaling, maybe staying here, maybe you begin to tilt the spine forward. Maybe you begin walking the fingertips forward. It is up to you. Just taking about 5 to 10 breaths here, depending on how quickly you're breathing, maybe challenging yourself to breathe a little bit slower. Allowing that breath to really make its way through the fibers of the muscles. Let's take 2 more big breaths together. Letting it go. 1 more big breath. Letting it go. It's rolling up through the spine if you're all the way down. Just placing the palms behind you, extending the legs in front of you. And this time just giving them a wag from side to side. Yeah, this does some nice things too. It does this, we get the shaking going on, but we also get a nice sort of lubrication of the inner hip joint. Maybe let out some sounds. I needed to sing for a moment. Yeah, I'm letting that go. Just allowing, sort of enjoying that residual sort of tingling sweetness that passes over the body. And just shifting the hips forward as you're ready. Just using the body to allow you to lower down onto the back. You can hold your knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. You rock a little side to side. Thanks, Stacey. Yeah. And checking in with yourself. We've developed this sort of inner dialogue with ourselves throughout our practice, and asking myself, what do I need in this moment? Yeah, if there's another shape that your body is calling for, or perhaps your body is ready for the sweetness of Shavasana. Some yogis say is the hardest shape, most challenging asana. Maybe a happy baby or bridge or a last twist. Beautiful choices, everyone. Listening, yeah, it's like sometimes we get caught up in this sort of, I need to do this in order for my practice to feel complete. And while that might be true to a certain extent, some days it might be different. Yeah. Listening. Sometimes when we go to listen, it feels really hard to hear, and that's okay too. As you're ready, just extending the legs long in front of you, allowing the hips to be soft and allowing some space beneath the armpits. You want a little bit more grounding, just holding the elbows so that the palms can rest on top of the body. Yeah. It's a nice way to sort of anchor ourselves in space. Maybe find this space, just beginning to release all of the tension, all of the effort, and simply be. Yeah, once again, perhaps taking that moment to imagine if you could step outside of yourself and just see. Yeah, no judgment, just witnessing our own selves for a moment. Right now. You can see how much has changed in the last hour. You can also let go. Yeah, change is inevitable. Change allows us to move through space and time. And it also allows us to be, when we see where we're at, we can simply let go. Just finding our Shavasana, Eric. Allowing the breath to pass through you. Beautiful motion within the body, the weight of the palms and the wrists, the ankles, the weight of the pelvis and the back of the heart, tongue falling away from the roof of the mouth. Shavasana. And staying in this space of rest for as long as your body is calling for. And perhaps as you feel called or just trickles into the body, this deeper breath begins to fill the space that you've invited, that you've created for yourself. The tips of the fingers begin to brush against the thumb, the movement in the toes. Perhaps this begins to grow into the fingers and the palms and the wrists, the bottoms of the feet and the ankles. It's returning to this body. The elbows and knees can begin to awaken. You can perhaps reach the palms overhead to find some space in the sides of the body. And gently rolling over to the right or left side and pausing here for a moment. Yeah, seeing if you can find that release state of giving into the earth and allow that giving into the earth to gently press you up into a closing seat. Your eyes can stay soft or closed. And perhaps the palms come into the heart space, maybe stacked on top of one another, or perhaps in prayer, in place of gratitude. Just really honoring this practice and keeping in mind this beautiful moment right now. Acceptance is when we truly see this moment. When we accept this moment, we can see where we seek to go We can understand more deeply that there is a path to that place that we seek for ourselves and for the rest of the world as well. The path exists, but we have to know where we're starting from. Honoring this path and allowing it to unfold. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, letting it out through your mouth. And inhale to join me for Om if you would like. Bowing the chin to the chest, honoring all that has come before us, all that is yet to come, and all that is with us in each and every moment. Thank you for joining me today, beautiful yogis, and allowing me to serve you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bryn.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks, Ruby. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Bryn. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank
Have a
you,
beautiful afternoon. Thank you, Chelsea.
Bryn. You too. Bye, Bryn.
Bye.
See you soon.
Sounds good. Come on.
Bye.
Bye.